Hey guys, Adnan here for the One4U Show, and on this episode, we're going to focus on a product that's very near and dear to my heart, Lucha Underground. So, for this episode, I brought a lot of friends with me who came with me for the Lucha Underground live experience for them to talk about how they enjoyed their time at Lucha Underground. Join us for this episode, and we hope you enjoy it. Lucha, 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 Lucha. Hey guys, and we're here, as always, Adnan here with my co-host Graham, and we have some guests with us. Guests, if we can go down the line, have you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Dominic.
I'm Joey.
Leanne.
And Dan. And we're here to talk about our experiences with a very great wrestling product that we're all fans of called Lucha Underground. I had specifically all of us particularly come on, including Graham, because we've all seen Lucha Underground live, and I wanted to get just feedback basically on the live experience with Lucha Underground, and I wanted to start in particular with Graham, because you don't really keep up with pro wrestling at all, other than through me.
No.
But this was your first. You were there for the end of the Trios Championship tournament,
Right.
So this was your first ever pro wrestling live experience. So how was that for you?
It was exciting. I loved the venue. Kind of like, abandoned warehouse turned into a wrestling ring, and the environment was exciting, and it was cool. Kind of, it's a kind of a different culture of wrestling. It's not necessarily all about there's theatrics, but it's not like intros, and it's not pyrotechnics and stuff like that.
It's more so to the point of what you're
exactly.
Gonna
Yeah, there's
aspect of what we were there for.
Right, and the storyline, in my opinion, seems more genuine. Like there's more. I don't know. I mean, they get a little out there with it, but it seems more believable, I guess. Well, I guess
it's written like it's written like a TV show as opposed to like a traditional pro wrestling show.
Right, where there's beefs between.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think, and then also going along the lines like Dominic.
Thank you.
No,
There we go.
I was talking to Dominic and Leanne. You guys have been watching more pro wrestling. You have watched more pro wrestling than Graham. But for both of you in particular, this was also both of your first live experiences.
Yes.
So being pro wrestling fans, and then me and Dominic have been following Lucha Underground since it started.
Since day one.
Yeah, and for us, just how was it the live experience for both of you guys in particular?
Oh, it was amazing. It was so interesting because you see so many people there, all for the same reasons, but you have the two different crowds cheering for, the two different opponents. So it's like, it's hard to not get caught in that mentality, and to pick who you want to root for. But just even the play, I felt like I was part of something just so exclusive because even just the venue alone, it was amazing.
Because it's a very intimate setting.
Yeah,
Yes,
no.
very intimate setting.
Very intimate. It was like 150, 200 people.
You felt like
about
you were about to get dragged into the match.
yeah.
Usually because if anything, we're this far away from the ring.
It's
Which
roughly
Leanne knows about, right?
It's roughly a 350 capacity place.
But it's so small, and like Leanne was saying, everyone's there for the same reason, so you get caught up in that emotion. You know how they always say you feel electricity.
Yes.
But you
Yes.
actually feel that. You're impacted by everyone else's emotion, and it just gets more and more into you, and then you're just screaming at the top of your lungs as you lost your voice
Yes.
plenty of times.
and then the difference between your guys' experience versus like myself, Joey, and Dan, being also big wrestling fans, we've all been to pro wrestling events in the past.
Yep.
Dan and I have been to both WWE and TNA. Joey has the experience of being at many indie shows.
Yep.
For us, Dan, since it's a much more condensed crowd, it's a much more intimate energy, so you're really into it, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because everyone is incredibly loud, and since the space is so packed in, you really feel the emotion in it.
Right.
And then compared to other indie crowds, how does that feel? Because it's kind of like an indie setup, right?
Yeah, I mean, when I went to go see Hollywood Wrestling, it was kind of the same vibe, except for that was a lot more American this is a lot more lucha libre. And so what I really like is that, like, to me, like, as great as Hollywood was, is that this one felt a lot more personal. Like, if you kind of like felt like you could actually relate to the characters a little bit more, and you know, but at the same time, but they're also really grandiose too, which I like, and it kind of creates a really cool diversity, especially being from LA and we have a big Hispanic community.
Right.
So just to bring like that style of wrestling to a lot more like white urban area is really great, and I enjoy it a lot, especially being a Puerto Rican descent myself.
Which kind of, just touching on that, it was kind of cool when we went and Vampiro came out beforehand.
Oh yeah,
and,
he
and
helps out the crowd.
He kind of does his hype man type thing, and then kind of does some little interviews with other, you know, audience members and
while
stuff.
you're waiting to get into the arena, Vampiro came out
for
and
whatever
talked to
their
him.
promo stuff is.
Because even through intermissions and the beginning of the show, you know, they would come down from, you know, the rafters and they would, you know, introduce themselves, high five a couple of fans,
Right,
you know, really,
yeah.
really, you know, bring themselves to the fans and bring the show, just everyone together.
It's a very sociable experience. Like not so great. Like Dan, like when we go to like the big arena shows, it's cool. I'd say the most isolated kind of feeling have been the WWE shows, because you're more so watching a show. The TNA shows we saw back then, it was still when TNA was hot.
Yeah, a little bit smaller, but I mean,
You could feel
Same
like
idea.
you notice as the crowds get smaller, you feel more and more into like part of what's going on with everything.
absolutely.
Now, real quick, when you guys went to the TNA, was there a divider or anything like that? Because that's the one thing I do like about Lucha Underground, is that there is no
There's no
divider.
barriers.
Right,
No
there is-
barrier. So
there is
that's
no
what also
barrier.
makes it, again, like I said, a lot more personal.
And
Well,
so
except
Talk
maybe
about
the
that.
rail. There's the rail for
Yeah,
the
the rail.
like
There's
actual
wrestling
seats.
yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
about
no,
it.
Are you
most
gonna
of the time,
count that though?
No, I'm just saying like
They
safety.
straight up.
You're right.
Sa-
You're right.
Safety.
I never thought about that. How there is no real divider between the
I didn't
ring
you and the crowd,
and
yeah, us and the wrestlers, because you know they battle many times in the crowd,
and then
get
and
thrown
then
into
and when they
chairs.
fight in the crowd, some of us almost get. You've almost been hit. You've almost been hit.
I've almost
I-
been
We've all
yeah.
been sweated on. Can we just say that?
The bleachers.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Exactly.
I think that's also why it's such an intimate setting, is just because there's literally just the chairs stationed outside of the ring, and then, I mean, if they decide to take the match outside of the ring, then you're just right there. You get all the sweat, but I mean, you get everything. Nothing is held back from you.
But like they fight all over sometimes, and like those experiences are really cool because like they're high fiving you as they go
Yeah.
by, and just like you feel like
Heels are getting up in your face.
yeah, exactly. Like you can egg on the bad guys, and they will basically do stuff just to make sure you're pissed off because they're the bad guys.
Now is that just me, or is like you know how WWE, when you look, and Ring of Honor with the berries, there's that padding in between.
Yes.
I feel like Lucha Underground has a lot more padding. That's why they do a lot more.
Well, now they do. You
No,
remember
in
at the
the
beginning,
beginning, yes,
there wasn't
yes.
as much padding, and as they've gone on, they
Yeah,
added
they
more padding and
expand
stuff
it.
like
But it's
that.
like with all the high risk, you know, with all the dives, with all the jumps.
Yeah, because Lucha is the Lucha style is very high risk in
Yeah.
nature.
Fast paced.
Raw.
It's and then I was gonna ask like with this particular
Not
kind of stuff.
WD Raw.
What? Raw?
Not WWE Raw, but like speaking of, with this particular promotion, they have a lot of really interesting characters that you've never seen. Some guys that they brought in that you're familiar with, like Patron and Johnny Mundo, but they built a lot of new stars like Phoenix, like Aerostar, Pentagon Jr., Drago, the Mac,
Yep.
Cage. So I wanted to go by, just go down. Let's start with Graham. Who is your favorite luchador in Lucha Underground?
I don't know that I have a specific favorite yet, just because I mean I only saw the one match live, so I mean
and then
I
you
guess,
watched
I
a
guess
couple
going,
at home.
I guess going by that, there were quite a few, you know, luchadors in that. Aerostar, I love that he's pretty much like a Power Ranger.
Basically.
Drago's cool because he's got like the tongue thing.
Drops it.
Son of Havoc was cool. Son of Havoc and Helico and Evilise, when they teamed up, that was an amazing match.
Well, you'll never forget, like, because it was us
Oh my
three
God.
live. We will never forget the moment that Angelico soared it from the top of Dario Cueto's office.
Evilise alone in the ring. Angelico too far to do a thing. Son of Havoc out on the outside. It was fun while it lasted. That was dope!
Well,
to the middle of the
just
ring.
before that, everybody's like, "Hey, everybody's there. Where's it at?"
That was impressive.
That was
Yeah.
incredibly
You know,
impressive.
that-
Same thing. I was just watching it like on my phone, and I was like, "Hey, where's that? There he is."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you watch this all jump up and just
No,
scream.
and it was so loud in that little
Oh yeah,
area. It's
everybody just
so
lost
loud.
it. They couldn't believe it.
And no, from that point on, like literally, we went 20 minutes of just screaming.
Yeah.
I mean, it cut. The feed got cut, after they were raising
Yeah,
the towel.
right.
Yeah.
But Vampiro
It
Team
just-
Apple was just chanting and egging us on.
He couldn't believe it. He gets up. He's like, "Oh!"
Yeah! He got up and ran around.
Whether it's televised or in person, that was an amazing moment.
Exactly.
One amazing.
One amazing
Yeah.
moment of many amazing moments. If I had to pick, it's hard for me to pick because I love so many pro wrestlers just in general. Drago was one of my first favorites there for sure. I'm a huge fan of Prince Puma. Just like he's the champ and he's very well rounded. Johnny Mundo is probably doing the best work of his career there. Patron is fantastic there. There's just too many to keep track of. What about you, Dominic? I know your answer.
But you know my answer. Forefront, it's Phoenix. I love Phoenix. When he was introduced along with Drago and Pentagon Jr. in the first, they did a triple threat match where Phoenix went on top. But I watch many wrestling, Ring of Honor and WWE, and I have a lot of favorites. But with Lucha Underground, it's really hard to choose one over the other because they're all pure athletes and they're all really good. And the best part about it, their storylines are just so great. As we joked and have seen, someone is gonna die in there.
Yeah. And someone did die.
Someone finally
did
died.
die on television.
But no, it's just they're all so great and all of them give 100%.
I forgot
It's
to
just-
mention I love Ivelisse. Everybody knows I love Ivelisse.
Oh, you love Ivelisse.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah, we got it. Okay, move on.
But no, Son of Havoc, Pentagon Jr. I really become a fan of Cage and King Cuerno.
Cage. So many.
So let's just name all of the
Yeah, it's just-
luchadors.
He's a fan of
I just
He's
everybody.
just a fan of everyone.
I love the product, but Phoenix on top.
Joey?
Oh man, I'd say my favorite, hands down, has got to be the Mac. I've been following his
Really?
career
Oh,
since
man.
2009, and just to see where he's come from, to me, is really inspiring. And so just to see him finally succeed and really get an honest to God shot that he didn't get with some other promotions we won't speak of.
Okay.
Plus, he was one
Yeah.
acrobatic.
Yeah, that's what I
really
love. Is that
agile.
he's very deceiving because you're thinking, oh man,
This big.
this is gonna be a big guy. And you're expecting a Mark Henry slow burn. No, he will go toe to toe with any other luchador.
Right.
He really knows his moveset and he uses it to the best of his ability.
Yes.
And so I really recommend, especially if season 2 gets greenlit, watch out because I have a feeling he's gonna be champ in no time.
All right, Leanne.
Amazing.
We all know the answer.
Stop. My friend's gonna get pissed.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nathan.
Well, he is your favorite luchador, though.
No, actually. Okay.
There's someone
How about you actually use names now?
Yeah. Okay. I feel like as a girl, I am not as an obligation, but I am. Shut up. I am a fan of Sexy Star
Oh yeah.
because of her whole thing. You can be sexy, however, and she's also a terrific athlete.
She's good.
And she's taken some hits. Graham would know.
That's not right.
That's
not right.
No, but she is fantastic, and I feel like to be able to go, just be thrown in there with all the big guys and just brawl, just take them on. I think that's awesome.
That's part of the reason I like Ivelisse too, because she also
Yes.
mixes in very well with the men.
I do
Well,
like Ivelisse too.
that's just overall Lucha Underground. It's if you want to fight, you're gonna fight. Doesn't matter if you're a man or woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is great.
Exactly.
It's amazing. It's talent.
Mhm.
It's athleticism and it's talent. And these people are performers. They deliver exactly what they mean to. And then as you guys are all just kind of giggling about, yes, I am a fan of Angelico.
Fan.
Stop
downplaying it,
He
Leanne.
is also a terrific athlete.
Fantastic.
I mean,
He's the
he's
best.
great. What is it? His whole thing is kicks, and
He has a lot of
it
knees,
looks like yes, knees.
and he's also extremely lanky, and
Yes,
it's kind of
but
a
it
trippy
works.
thing. Yeah.
he uses it to an advantage.
Correct.
So I mean, I think it's a terrific strategy. I think he's also very athletic and very
And Leanne would love to spend some time in the ring.
But when I just say that and
Shut your face. Seriously, my boyfriend's gonna watch this.
No, it's not. Nobody watches this.
but I mean, yes, and Helico's amazing, but he gets his butt kicked.
He's the
in
seller.
every
He's
match.
the seller for that team.
He's just,
He's the guy who sells the most for that trios team. He's always the one who
I
gets
mean,
the
you guys even spoke about it just a couple minutes ago. He dove off of the
he's
freaking balcony.
Exactly.
Right.
It's talent.
Dan, who is your favorite Lucha Underground luchador?
Okay, well, I seem to have a bias for people that sell really, really well.
Okay. Is it also an Alico?
No, close.
Okay.
I have to go with Johnny Mundo.
Oh, okay.
He sells very, very well. Like whether it be in WWE with Dolph Ziggler or TNA, you have to be young to sell well.
Yeah.
I know that much. So like in TNA, you have Kurt Angle. He still sells very well for his age.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to go with Johnny Mundo. You know, he's a great athlete and he does his shit every single night. And
he's been there since day one.
oh yeah,
Yeah, he's day one.
That's great.
So I'm gonna go with the Lucha original, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the
Lucha Underground
pioneers.
original, yes.
Yeah,
So just in general, just open discussion. Just like, what is it that we like the most about the product? Like for me, sorry, go. You want to go first?
No, never mind. Go ahead.
I was saying, like for me, it's different in that the way they present it, how it's presented more like a television show, how they don't have like the big promo segments that are mostly in the ring. They have the backstage ones that are shot like you're kind of like watching an HBO program or something like that.
It's like a movie.
You kind of like a movie or
It's like a
something.
telenovela.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly,
exactly
yeah.
what I was thinking.
And the other thing that I was going to kind of add to that was like commentating, because in
Striker. Striker.
WWE and stuff like that, it's kind of
It's
annoying.
monotonous and-
they're doing the 1, 2, oh, I thought they had it for the championship. Blah, 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 blah.
That's a great Vince McMahon impression.
He's gonna puke! He's gonna puke!
Whereas like Vampiro and Striker, they're
they call the match.
they call the match. It's not just like
Stories. Oh, he's done this, and they're pissed off because of this. I mean, they add that, but they don't emphasize on it.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems a lot cleaner, and it's not as redundant as. And they're focusing on the sport too. Like, they kind of go into like the athleticism that it takes to reach the point of becoming a luchador like they are in the match.
But they're not afraid to delve into the supernatural either.
Oh,
because Mil Muertes is a dead guy, kind of.
Phoenix
and
is
Phoenix
immortal.
and then
Pentagon has a master.
Which I
Right.
really need to catch up. 'Cause that's the guy.
Drago's like actually a dragon. They had him like breathe fire and stuff.
And then like
Big Rick's a
Daenerys
black
comes in. Salar Morghulis.
Oh, the mountain's here.
What? Oh no! Everybody's dead.
He is a cage.
But what about you guys?
Oh man, I honestly gotta say, my favorite thing, as great as all the action was seeing freaking Adnan right here. Trust me, if I was ever like in a
That's
dire
true.
need and I needed someone to really get behind me,
Oh, yeah.
I want Adnan behind me. He'll be like, oh my god, you can do it, you can do it, don't give up, you'll never give up. And every time he went
You can do it,
100%
Johnny.
for every match.
I'm gonna. So our friend Jesse, who's been on the show, he's on the WonderCon episode as dressed as Scorpion. He was with us when we saw it.
Yep.
He can vouch for this. On the car ride back home, Jesse has a sore, raspy voice, but he's like, Adnan, if I was ever in a point where I needed somebody to cheer me on, you would be the guy I want to cheer me on. I'm
You have a great voice in that bind you took.
Oh man, yeah, I was also.
Was that the
feeling
one
raspy.
in one of the older episodes? It was Angelico versus Johnny Mundo,
Oh.
and Johnny Mundo gets a bump, and it's quiet, and you could clearly hear Anna say, "You can do it, Johnny! Don't give up!" Or because some other guy was like, "Johnny, you suck!" Or
I'm like,
something.
don't listen to him, Johnny.
Yeah,
You can do it. And Johnny gets up. He's like,
Yeah,
and he points right at me. It was fantastic.
Keeping up with Johnny Mundo, I remember when we finally got to go to the taping. I haven't seen Johnny Mundo in God knows how long perform. I was excited to cheer him on. Sure enough, what's he do? Fucking flips me off the
Yeah,
first
hell yeah.
spot.
yeah, he was when he turned heel.
Yeah. Exactly. That's heels being heels.
Yep.
Because we all started to cheer him, so he had to turn the crowd immediately. First thing he does is give us all the bird. He's like, oh, now we all boo him.
And then again with Big Rick.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
You're like,
You suck! Stop smoking! It blows it right in my direction.
Just looking at you like I'm gonna murder you.
So just closing out here, what's everybody's favorite moment that they've seen from Lucha Underground? It's gonna be hard for you to say
Really hard for me
anything.
to say anything.
like, because she's been to the Ultima Lucha special, which is going to be the season finale on August 5th. Don't miss that. Three of us can tell you don't want to miss Ultima Lucha on August 5th.
He's insane.
Oh yeah, the Ultima Lucha is 2 nights, so he's on the July 29th episode. So the first night of Ultima Lucha is fantastic, and the second night, the actual season finale, is ridiculous. So don't miss that. But Graham, what was your favorite moment from being part of the Lucha Underground experience?
Flying at Helico.
Flying in Helico. That's. What about you? What about you?
We were there for the whole trios tournament, and it was just a storyline of when the original 3 trios tournaments came in. I remember yelling, "You guys are kicking so much weight, you're gonna lose," which they edited out. But it's that whole thing, you know, in Helica's Son of Havoc and Evil Lee's overcoming like all 2 teams, and then you bring out the crew, and then they overcome that. It was just wow.
And Joey, what about your favorite moment?
Oh man, I gotta say my favorite moment is when they brought out the announcer. Oh my god, so hot.
Melissa's stupid ass Pentagon Jr. Like,
I know. You almost went breakneck. Melissa Santos, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody in Lucha Underground, Striker, Vampiro,
We love you
Melissa
guys.
Santos, the crew, just all the luchadors we love and appreciate.
Please come back, season 2.
Yes, Leanne.
Oh.
It's going to be very difficult to
It's
say.
very difficult for me to talk about anything, but
the brutality.
yes.
We can tell you that we saw a lot of
We did.
brutality.
It's not watered down at all. It's very, like we've been talking about, it's very intimate, it's very raw, it's very very
In your
fine.
face.
Yes.
In your
It's
face,
like
in
Pretty
your
much
house.
right in my face.
Actually,
No,
in her
literally,
house.
she will. You'll see on the we'll spoil one small thing on the Ultima Lucha special. Leanne will almost get knocked out.
Oh yeah.
Like, not even joking. You almost.
I guarantee when we watch it,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna be like, "What are you talking about, Leanne? You didn't even get hit at all." At the moment when it happened, I was like, "My God!" No.
And Dan?
I don't know how to say this without being cliche, but I have to say the high flying. I mean,
Okay.
it's always there. I mean,
Yeah.
whether you're a big guy, small guy, I mean, they're always jumping over the top rope. They're always, connecting with the biggest moves. They sell very well. And even the referee. I mean, the referee is great.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shout out to Marty!
Marty!
Love you, Marty! Something you don't see on TV. When Marty comes in the ring, everybody in the crowd chants Marty. Marty just goes. whenever he's gonna ref a match.
And he can take a super kick.
Which is different then.
Get
in the ring.
Marty really is the heart and soul
Of Lucha
That's
Underground.
Yeah.
You're the heart and soul of Lucha Underground, Marty. And Marty was all like, that was so great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so athleticism for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just overall this well-rounded. I mean, everything's perfect in it.
It's a great product.
It's a fantastic
It's
product.
not WWE.
Love to go.
It's a great alternative. That's the thing that we talked about in the Pro Wrestling podcast. Is we're looking for alternatives. Lucha Underground is a great alternative. Ring of Honor is a fantastic alternative.
I did.
If you have New Japan World, if you can somehow subscribe to that, New Japan Pro Wrestling is absolutely fantastic. The stuff in Mexico, just like as much as WWE is the big contender, and there's still good things that come out of WWE. It's just nice that you have other things that you can turn to that are different from WWE. And Lucha Underground probably feels like the freshest wrestling product many of us have seen in many years, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
And
it's
the
up there.
storylines.
I'm
sorry.
Keep going.
Okay, the storylines make sense.
Yeah,
Storylines
Yes.
make sense.
they close their end.
Right.
Yeah, they close. They're all just all the moments in the ring connect with what they're doing outside the ring.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, does anybody know what happened to Cody Rhodes?
I don't know.
He's banging his hot black wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
What were you gonna say?
No,
Joey?
I was just gonna say from an aspect of just being true professional wrestling and lucha. I'd say it's up there with Ring of Honor as being quality matches. You're gonna get 110%
Out of all the
out of
guys.
every match.
Absolutely.
You'll from the bottom of the card to the top, main event. You will absolutely love everything about it.
Which, if you want to speak to value, it's free.
It was the tapings. The TV tapings are free.
event.
So if you're in the Los Angeles area, if they do the season 2, you have to make sure you have to try and like look at them on social media, see when they're doing the tapings,
Go on Facebook,
see if you can get in.
Facebook, Twitter, all that.
It's totally worth it.
Just thank all of you guys for joining us on this show. Hope you guys are watching. Hope some of you from Lucha Underground are watching. Talking to you, Matt Stryker. You said you'd watch.
Okay. He's gonna kill you.
He would rip me in half.
Oh, Matt Stryker, if you're not watching, I will challenge you to the match.
Season 2. That's season 2. Joey versus Matt Stryker. But thanks a lot for everything that you brought us. Support Lucha Underground. Support alternative wrestling. Support Lucha Underground. Support indie wrestling. Support intergender wrestling.
Yes.
Shout out to World
Children
Juniors Tag Team,
wrestling.
Joey Ryan and Candice LeRae. All right, and all right, so let's take it out. All right.
All right, we know how to do this.
Okay. And this episode has been One4U. Hey guys, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, feel free to follow me on Twitter at @TheDashingAdnan, as well as like the One4U Facebook page. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. Really helps us out if you do. And if you did like this episode, you can check out our last episode over here. Or you can check out the episode before that over here. Thanks, guys.
Yeah!